Yeah, this real quick, 'cause this how God come to me, y'all. Like, God, sometimes be on the spot, like that last video. I didn't have no time. Like, between me seeing that vision and what I had to do, it wasn't no time in between that vision where I was like, oh, it was like this spiritual giveaway. I didn't have no time to do that video. And that's how God come. Like, that's something I can't put on hold till I got time to do everything I need to do and I'm comfortable. Then, oh, let me do the video. God gonna bend it left. God do not operate. God do not, God is on his time. I got to work around God. So when God give me some of these visions and stuff like that, I have to do it right then. Because he'll been and downloaded so much other stuff that I'm gonna miss the video that I supposed to be dealing with the stuff he talking about. So that's how I am. I got to kind of just like be on standby for whatever, whenever, however. Whenever he come, it don't, yeah. I don't have time to do this, do that. I don't have time to do none of it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for whatever. I might go to bed right now. I might go to sleep. God might come me right then and show me something. And I got to do the video right then, regardless of how I'm looking, if my hair have done, like regardless of what's going on. I got to get that video out right then. I can't put what he telling me on hold and be like, oh, let me fix myself up. Okay, now let me do this video. Like, now, God, with me, other people, they might could do that. But with me, God is like, now. And I have to operate, and that's how I operate. So, yeah, the video, that how they be. I can do recaps, and I can fix myself up. Like, I'm going to do the abundant video, and I'm taking my time with that because I'm trying to get the scripture with it. I'm waiting to do that video for scripture, but my daughter, she took one of my Bibles. So, I ordered another Bible, and so I'm waiting for that Bible to come so I can do that video, because some of the stuff I'm speaking is speaking out of the lost books of the Bible. And so I had a Bible that had like the lost books attached to it. She obsessed with Enoch. She saw my lost book Bible, and so she just took it for herself, which she could take it. I just get another one because I've been passing Bibles out anyway. Like, I just been buying Bibles, passing them out. I have. I told people Bible's gonna be worth more than gold out here, because you're not gonna be able to find the word. Because once AI, right now AI is innocent in nature, but once AI really take over the system, stuff that's in the original Bible, AI is not gonna even tell you. Like, they gonna alter the word. And you're not gonna get the full word of God unless you got the written word on paper. And most of the stuff come from China, so they can alter the Bible too to take stuff out. That's gonna be going on. So if you got an original Bible, the Bible gonna be worth more than gold, because it's gonna be hard trying to find the original word or what was actually said. I even tried to go to AI, and this is in the law books of the Bible. And I even typed in the law books of the Bible, and I had put in what I was trying to say to go with what I seen. And AI was like, well, it's nothing in no Bible to say this happened, that happened. And I'm like, I know this. I know that this is what this happened. So I had to order the book, because I was going to just get it from AI. But AI is like, well, it's nothing in the Bible. I'm like, well, look in the lost books of the Bible. And it's like, it's nothing in the law books of the Bible. I'm like, it is in the law books of the Bible, because that's where it came from. This is an extension of Noah, and it's in the law books of the Bible. But when you go to AI, they gonna argue you up and down now. But I know it's in the law book, so I just gotta wait for my Bible to come so I can pull this up, because it goes with that abundance video. Thank God extending. He talking to me now. He kind of extending the aspect of this abundance video, because that video then stretched into his promises, and he stretched into him his promises. You claiming what's yours in the Bible. The Bible serves so many purposes, but one of the purposes is claiming and standing on your promises, so that you won't forfeit your promises out here. Remember I told you I had a dog, and I said that when my dog had attacked, they was like, I guess you gotta get rid of your dog, like me surrendering. Because the only way you could forfeit, like you forfeiting your birthright, like you forfeiting your promises, like you forfeiting your giveaway. Because I told you that you can, like, forfeit your giveaway by not going. You could forfeit the promises God gave to you by not accepting Jesus as your own. You just forfeiting everything that's entitled to you, that's given to you. God got a whole lot of promises. And a lot of people it's just forfeiting and surrendering what's rightfully theirs. They're forfeiting for people are forfeiting what's rightfully theirs. It's yours. Jesus already died on the cross. It's already battle already been won. It's yours. It's handed to you. But you can forfeit it. Like, yeah, it's a little offering. But this little offering can be forfeited. And a lot of people are forfeiting what's supposed to be theirs. It's yours. It already came with a price. It's not another price to pay. The price has already been paid. So God is taking me so many ways with this. Like, he done stretched it out. Even you see, he stretched even more, didn't he? Yeah, because what he want me to speak on, it done stretched into promises, which stretched into Jesus. Like, it done stretched all the way out to him with these promises and stuff like that in the Bible and what our entitlement. Like, we got a lot of entitlement. And the thing about, like, a lot of times you work for a company, they give you like this handbook. And it's supposed to be list of everything that you're entitled to, like a Bible. Everything you're entitled to, all the perks that you get for the company will be in this handbook. And if you don't know your perks, a lot of times you not going to like claim what's yours. Like, you just not going to claim because you don't know. So if you working for a company and say a company got a discount for you to get a new car, if you ain't read in your perk page or in your handbook that they give to employees, and you don't see, hey, I'm supposed to get a discount if I go to this place and tell them I work for this company, they supposed to give me a discount on my vehicle. You're going to go up there and pay full price for a vehicle, and you supposed to get a discount for that vehicle. That's what we doing spiritually. Like, we're not walking in the full promises of God because a lot of people don't know the full promises of God. So they paying full price for a price that's already been paid. That's what they doing. So in order for you to know what's yours and stand on what's yours and claim what's yours, you got to read the Bible because you got to know. How else you gonna know? It ain't no other way to know. Just like when you get a job, the first thing you doing is going through that handbook to see what your perks is, what's your incentive. Like, that's the first thing you doing. You doing that before you even start working. You going through your perk page, you going through your incentives. Like, woo, I get this, I get that. You get the same thing with God. If you open the Bible, you'll see all your promises. Yeah, you get all that. But if you don't know that, you're going to be walking blind out here. And you're going to be paying full price for something that's supposed to be free out here. And then some of the stuff you might not even get because you don't even know that you're supposed to even get it. So you just going by default, you just going to give up a lot of stuff that you're entitled to with God. Through the word, through the Bible, that's your promises out here. A lot of people just surrendering, because in the dream I told you that somebody was like, oh, you got to give up your dog, because he'll tell. I said, I'm not surrendering my dog. One of the options is to surrender. You don't have to give up your dog, but that's an option. And that's how I was in the video. I'm not surrendering it. So it's like, you don't surrender, because I was very firm about not surrendering my dog. Like, what are you even saying? That's how I would talk to the person. I'm going off. You calling me about surrendering what's mine, and mine out here doing what it's supposed to do, and you telling me what? This ain't that. Look, the wicked, they been in the spotlight for too long. I said it's fall season. The idols will fall. All that's coming down. All that trampling on down. Y'all done got on my nerve now out here. So God finna tear all that down. I told you my other video with the trees and the cats. I said it's fall season. Okay, you're going to see a lot of stuff falling, including God's blessings. That's part of the fall season. His blessings is the fall season. So not only will you be seeing all these like idols and altars falling and collapsing, you're going to also see God's blessings falling. It's fall season. He got to play on word with it. He doing so much with that fall. That's why I kept saying you fall. Fall. I said he playing. It's a play on word with fall. But his blessings finna fall. It's fall season. Wait, his opportunity, the room of opportunity, the door of opportunity finna fall. It's fall season. I already claimed it and then spoke that in one of my other videos. So you're going to see a lot of stuff falling, both good and bad, during this fall season. Okay, y'all, I'm tickled. So, yeah, so God, he's stretching this now. So I'm doing this video, I'm posting it. So when I go back and I look at this video, I can write out what he telling me as I'm looking at my video. So I'm doing this video, and I was just gonna speak on two incidents, and God then stretched it out. So now I can like write on what I'm talking about right now. And then I come back and, do it like that. But what I was finna say was I went and seen my dog. Do I need to speak on the history of this? Okay, I speak on the history of my dog. I got a dog named Fluffy. I would be like Fluffy that like to fight. My Fluffy that like to fight. She's very protective of her family. Yeah, like that what she do. But now she has been able to relax a lot. Like she just been in relaxed state. First she was outside just ready to eat up everything. Everything. We come outside, everything be dead out there with her. But now she's an inside dog, and she ready to fight now. Fluffy didn't like to fight, but she has become inside now, and she's way more relaxed. I don't think she hardly even want to go outside. now she's super spoiled. But my Fluffy didn't like to fight. I told y'all a story behind back where she got to fight with a dog. My Fluffy didn't like to fight. My kids said it was the funniest fight ever, but my Fluffy didn't like to fight. So the history of my Fluffy didn't like to fight. So the history of my Fluffy didn't like to fight is, I speak on her daddy. Her daddy, he was a Akita pit mix. Okay, he this Akita pit, he this white Akita pit mix. So my Fluffy didn't like to fight. He's this white Akita pit mix. And he was in the yard minding his business. He's in the yard minding his business, and in the process of him minding his business, this dog came into the yard. Not on a leash or nothing. This dog just came to the yard. So in the process of this dog coming into the yard, my dog attacked and killed this dog. So my dog, just doing what he's trying to do, which is protect his property, came and attacked and killed this dog. So when he did do this, yeah, it was just this huge legal thing. Yeah, y'all. It was this huge legal thing, and in the process of this legal thing, dealing with my dog that killed the dog, the courts was like, well, you can get your dog back. That's what they told me. They like, well, you can get your dog back. So after the judge went through everything and all that, they told me, even though my dog did kill a dog, which he was just protecting his property, they told me I can get my dog back. But spiritually, y'all, I feel like my dog tasted blood, and they were going to change the dynamics of him. I don't know why I felt that, but in my spirit, I was like, dog, he tasted blood. That's what I said. So even though he was protecting the house and he ended up killing the dog by protecting the house, I feel like, dang, he been exposed to blood at this point. And I feel like it was going to change him. It was going to change his chemical makeup or something. So with him killing the dog and the judge telling me I can get my dog back, I surrendered my dog. I was like, no, I'm just going to surrender the dog because I got kids, and I feel like he tasted blood, and I feel like it was going to change him. Like he was going to change behind this attack that he was just doing everything he supposed to did in this process. But he tasted blood because he killed the dog. So I surrendered the dog. Now, when I surrendered my little Akita, my little Akita mix, police, everybody was just talking about how pretty he was. They like, man, that dog pretty. All the police out there were pulling up to the scene. All of them just talking about how pretty this Akita was. Yeah, my Akita dog. So I let him go. I was like, no, cause the judge gave me the option to keep him. And I was like, well, now I got kids. And at that point, I said, because I got kids, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just surrender my dog. Like, I'm just going to surrender him. And so I surrendered the dog. I went on about my way or whatever. And then at that point, the neighbors came to me and said, we got a litter of white puppies in our backyard. Your dog that made it with our dog and had the litter of puppies. And so after I surrendered my dog and just was going on about my way, wasn't even expecting nothing out of it, really. I just surrendered the dog because, I just feel like, like I said, spiritually, I feel like it was just going to be something different about him because he did attack that dog to the point where he killed the dog just doing what he's supposed to do. I feel like it was something going to be different about him. And with me having little kids, I was like, it was just going to, I just feel like something spiritually had shifted with him. I feel like it was some kind of spiritual shift with him. So I surrendered him. So I went on about my way. And it could have been like maybe a month, maybe 2 months later. The neighbors, they had a set of all white pup. My dog was all white. And so the neighbors, they kind of knocking on the door. They kind of knocking on my door. And they was like, we got a whole set of puppies in our backyard. Your dog made it with our dog, and we got little puppies in the backyard. And so when they kind of said that, we looked at the dogs, and all of them was white. So you knew it was my dog. Like, it wasn't no other dog that was white, only mine. And I think they dog was Akita. So they dog that made it with my dog and had these Akita puppies. And they all white. So he knew that they was ours. So they knocking on that door like, look, y'all dog and had puppy with my dog, and I got a little puppies in the backyard. So that's what they were saying. So when they were saying it, they were trying to give me the whole little. I was like, I can't take the whole little. I can't take the whole little puppy, but I'll take like 2. So I didn't even know that God even had a blessing stored up for me. Even with me surrendering my dog, God had even more to find. Like, he had an outpour. Because even with me letting that one dog go, I had 5 other puppies from him. And so at this point, I was like, I can only take 2. I can only take 2. I'm like, I can't take this whole little puppy. But they were trying to get rid of the whole little. I'm like, I can only get 2 of the puppies. So Fluffy came from that little. Her daddy name was Gino. So Fluffy, she's something serious out here. When I be like, my Fluffy, they like to fight. Her daddy is Gino. Like, he was something serious out here for real. But she came from that little puppies. And then when you see the white dog that I was telling you had Parvo, that survived Parvo, that God healed him, like he was on his deathbed, that's her puppy. So even Morty, who came from Gino, who I surrendered because of that attack of him just doing what he do, even he the bloodline, he didn't came down through that bloodline because Fluffy, and that Fluffy. And then she had puppies, and Morty was her puppy. So that white puppy, I be like super smart. The one I said, ooh, God healed him a Parvo. Because God healed him. Like, he kind of like Bailey, God healed him. His chance of survival was very low. He's still with us now. Him and Fluffy. But that what was waiting on me. I didn't know this. I was just like, I'm surrendering the dog, which everybody, all the police, I was just talking about how good Gino looked. Like, they were just like, ooh, your dog. Like, everybody fell in love with Gino when they seen him. And the judge even said I can get him back, but I feel like that taste of blood had shifted him. Like, I feel like it was just this spiritual shift. Like, it was just something in me. It was just like, it's this spiritual shift with him. And I don't know if it was going to make him even more aggressive, but I got kids. And so my kid was real, real young at that time, too. Which he was real friendly, but I feel like that attack changed him. And he's still friendly even when all this was going on. He still was the happy dog ever. It was like yeah. So that's my history, y'all, of my dog. So in the dream, when I see this lady saying, "Ooh, you gotta surrender your dog," like, no, I do not. You got an option, y'all. So even when it come down to an attack and stuff like that, I had an option to keep my dog. I let him go. And even with God, and they was talking about, ooh, now you got to surrender your dog, like in the vision. You got an option, y'all. You do not have to surrender your rights. You do not have to give up your entitlement. You do not have to give up your birthright. You do not have to do that. But you got to read the Bible so you can stand and claim what's yours out here. You got to do that. If not, you're not going to know what's yours. And people, you'll be walking blind out here, not knowing what's yours, not knowing what you can claim, not standing on nothing, because you don't know what you can and can't stand on out here. So that was my story of my Fluffy that liked to fight. And then we got our little Morty. And God rose him from the dead because he was dead. I like, God, they want Morty. They don't want nobody but Morty. That's where Morty come from. I got my Fluffy, and the story I'm telling y'all is one of my daughters. God must have opened her spiritual eyes. Because my Fluffy, when she in my bed, she's the way she position herself is like she's like guarding me. Like she's like in the bed, like she'll make sure she's all the way back up on me, like guarding me. Like when I be laying in the bed, the way she position herself in the bed, she's going to be like set to where if anybody come any kind of way, she's going to attack them. Like that's how she be positioned when she be in my room, in my bed. So my daughter had walked in my room. My oldest daughter walked in my room, and God must have had her spiritual eyes open. And she said, "Mama," she said, "Fluffy huge." And I was like, "What you talking about?" You know, cause Fluffy, she just sitting on the bed, and my daughter said, "Mama, Fluffy so big." She like, "Fluffy do not look like that." She's like, "The Fluffy you see." She said, "Fluffy a giant sitting on your bed." That's what she said she saw. She was going back and forth. She was looking at Fluffy. Fluffy was sitting up there. Fluffy right up on me. Like Fluffy, most of the time she go in the house, she go straight in my room. Like she don't want to go nowhere but my room. But now she go in the kids' room and she be with them all the time. But when she like in my room, the way she position herself, she be in my bed and she be in a certain way where she watching everything going on and she ain't let nothing. Like she on guard. And so my daughter, she kind of walked in the room and she just kept saying, "Mama, Fluffy huge." She like, "That dog so big." Like she was just talking about how big Fluffy was. So I think her spiritual eyes was open. And she saw the size that she really is. She said, "Fluffy ain't even that size that you think she is." She said, "Fluffy is a giant." She said, "Mine that dog huge." Like she was just talking about how big Fluffy was. She like, "Fluffy so big." Like she was in shock with the size of Fluffy. Like she was like, "Fluffy is so big." So I speak on it to say God gave me a vision about one of my middle daughters. And in this vision, my daughter was a giant. Like I was like, "Mine, she huge." My daughter, one of my daughters was probably as tall as a tree, if not taller. And I was like, cause she was like bending down to even get to me. Like she was like bending down to even like reach me and talk to me. But I had told him, I'm like, "Girl, you was huge." I said, "In the spiritual realm." I said, "You a giant out here." I said, "You ain't even your size. You so big." I said, "You were bigger than the tree." Like she was so tall, like one of my daughters. Like she got like this. She's like this. When I look at her, she's like a form of protection. She got a form of protection where she's like, she got extra strength spiritually. She got extra strength spiritually. God gave her like this superpower. Like she got a superpower in the spiritual realm, and she's huge, like a giant out here. And yeah, and she like a protector, cause the way she was and how she was hoovering over me, she was like this protector or something. But she was so big. I told my daughter, I said, "Man, you huge." My kids were like, "Oh, Mom, that's sweet." They the ones like they were talking to the tree. Tree responded back, but I'm like, "Girl, you was huge." I can't describe the size of them. Like when you look at stuff in the spiritual and heavenly, and us, we little bitty 5 feet tall, and you consider somebody to be 5'6" to be tall out here. Uh-uh. She always way above me in height. In real life, she not, but in the vision, God showed me her true size, and she was huge. Huge like a giant out here. And she got a spirit, like a spiritual superpower. Like she got like a extra like protection. Like she got like this like she got the spiritual power back in her. Like if something going down with her, and she got the like attack her, she God backing her up, because she got something spiritual on her and around her. And she like this form of protection for the family. Like she really like this form of protection for the family. And she very protective of me. Yeah, y'all. Shoot. They very protective of their mama now. But her, it's something about her. I'm like, "Girl, God showed me about you in the spiritual. And I saw your spiritual size in the spiritual." Let me let y'all go. But I was speaking on those two things. I did get a rundown of the history of my Fluffy. And that's where Morty come from. And when I give my testimony of my dog, God healed my dog, a parvo, all this is tied together to my Fluffy that like to fight. That's her little puppy. But they the sweetest dogs ever. Like, they the sweetest dogs ever. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day out here. Yeah, I had to speak on it. Because when I spoke on it, what came to me, what dropped down my subconscious was when my daughter was speaking on the size of my dog and how huge she was. She was just so big. Like, she was just huge. God was like, my daughter said, mine, your Fluffy big. She said, Fluffy is not that size. And I'm like, what size is she? She like, Fluffy way bigger than what you looking at. That what she was saying. And then it made me remember my daughter, who God allowed me to see in the spiritual. And my daughter was huge, like so tall, like a giant. And she represented like this form of protection. Like, she was just like, my daughter was huge. Yeah. I told her though. I did tell my daughter what God was showing me. I was like, girl, you so tall. I was like, cause I can't describe this. Like, I can't describe her size. Like, she was like so tall. Like, she was just like the size of a tree. Like, she really was the size. Like, just looking at her bending down, like you see us in our little small forms. This ain't our size, y'all. We is way bigger than this. Cause my daughter is huge. She a protector. God, like, she like a shield, like a protector. And she gonna attack my daughter. She gonna attack too. And she got spiritual superpower. So she ain't like normal people. Like she's really set up. Like, God got her set up as a protector, and she got like she God got her set up like some kind of protector. I don't know if it's like battle, like ready for war. Like, I don't know what it is, but she was like, yeah. So, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe. And I'm trying to get these videos together. I'm saying these videos as I'm doing it because God is constantly talking to me. So I'm just like, okay, let me get this out. So I'm going to look at these 2 videos to get my last video together dealing with this abundance, because God has stretched it. When he put Jesus in it, he stretched it even further. Because he talking about your inheritance with Jesus. And everything, and Jesus paid the price. So if you work for a company, Jesus then paid the price. You supposed to reap the fruits of this. Like, this for you to reap the fruits of this, y'all. It's ours. It ain't no price. The price been paid. Okay, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy y'all day.